Hello, hello, hello. Thanks for joining. This is EJ Bantz, another Salesforce Saturday Online. And I'm going to try to do the music again, but let me know if the music even works or if it's too loud or too quiet. I think last time it didn't work at all. So today I was hoping to play some more with using AI to do some org migration stuff. And a couple days ago, I started playing with it. And last night I did some more, learned a little bit. I'm still not good at it, and I'm still not sure if it saves time, but I think it has a lot of potential. I have a small project where I need to help set up a professional edition of Salesforce, and tooling is a little bit limited for professional, but it still seems to work with it. So the situation is that the client started with a trial edition, and when they went to purchase professional, it didn't upgrade the trial edition. Instead, they created a whole nother org. So they have like some things that are set up in the trial org, and we need to carry over some of that stuff to the actual new production org. And I'm going to start with trying to move some of the price book data over without having to do it by hand. I mean, technically I could just use data loader to query the data and load it. It's really not a hard thing to do. I think I'm doing this just more for fun and to see like if it can be done. And because I kind of picture if I needed to do something more challenging, it would be nice to have a process in place that would let me do some of that. So let's jump into it. I have a cursor set up, and to get the MCP stuff installed, in Cursor you go to the MCP settings, and in here we have under tools and integrations, the MCP tools. And when you click new server, it basically just opens up the JSON where you can paste in your new service. And here I've added in the Salesforce one and given it the configuration. And I suppose I can show you where I got this from. So if I go to, I'll bring it open in a browser here, Salesforce DX MCP, I think is what you search for. Just go to the first link, and then I think in here, yeah, it's this one. So the DX MCP Server, GitHub. So I went to this, and then I think I just read through the README and saw this, but I noticed it wasn't quite in the same format that my other ones were in. So I just made it look more like what these were. So I don't know, I got rid of this type. That's probably it. I've listed out more than just the default org that it can access. I was kind of tempted to just say all, but I don't want it messing with all the other stuff that I have connected. But I listed in both the trial and the prod org. So now I won't have to like flip back and forth in the default org setting here. I should just be able to tell it, hey, connect to advid trial, connect to advid prod, and it will know how to do that. So so after you add this, and maybe I should just take this and paste it in the chat. Or I'll paste I'll paste this in the chat. Let's get to, let me paste. Yeah. Okay. So now that we have that in there, then you should see the Salesforce tools are enabled, and you can expand this and see what kind of things that it can do. And the query org is a good one for getting data. Retrieve metadata is a good one, and deploy metadata. I think those three are like, okay, now you can do pretty much anything. So I could, let's try to ask it for like, show me price book data. So if I open up a chat by doing, it's Command I. Yeah. So this one's using Grok 3, but you could use, I don't know, some people I think say Claude is really good, but I've been using Grok 3. So I could say list the price books in the Avid trial org by name. So I'm connected to prod, but I'm telling it to connect to trial. So it should work. We'll probably see it like trying to get usernames and things like that. And notice it's not fast. That's for sure. I can expand this and we can see what it's doing. So it is using the username Avid trial. So that's good. And we can see the query that it's doing. Okay, so these are the ones I got back. So we can get data. So now let's try to do something more complicated. I have sequential thinking in here, and I'm still not sold on whether or not this is really a good thing or not. But I'm going to use it in this case too. I'm going to start a new chat. Oops. And let's think about how to do a data migration. Use sequential thinking to come up with a plan to migrate price book data from one org to another, period. Make sure not to create a duplicate price book name in the target org, period. We will need to carry over both price books and products, and also price book entries, period. So I think I'm saying Facebook. It's really, the voice recognition didn't do a very good job here at all. Use sequential thinking to come up with a plan to migrate price book data from one org to another. Make sure not to create a duplicate price book name in the target org. We will need to carry over both price books. We'll need to carry over price books and products, and also price book entries. Okay. The source org is Avid trial. Well, target org is Avid prod. Try to carry over as many fields as needed. You can download metadata, the objects, so if needed. Yeah, and I don't know, does it need context of my project folder? So I might just give it access to the whole folder? Might be too much though. Can I just tell it the source, the Force app? Oh, why can't I give it access to just Force app? There we go, Force app. Still not working. Avid. Go. Oh, let's just try it. And we'll say go. Okay, I'm going to use sequential thinking to develop a plan. So it's just basically echoing back what I told it. So it called sequential thinking. First, I need to understand the structure. Very good. Next, I should check for existing price books. Avoid duplicates. Good. I mean, my interpretation of this is it's coming up with like more requirements than what I just defined by using its own reasoning. Next, I'll extract the price book data from the source org. Use SOCL queries to retrieve the data. Price book 2, see it's figured out the names already of the objects. So that's cool. After extracting the data, I'll need to handle potential duplicates. Finally, validate the migration. Okay. I've developed a comprehensive plan to migrate the data. Understand, yeah, so now it's just echoing back all the stuff that it came up with. So now it's starting to query the data. So it's looking at the production and getting the price books. I've queried. I found, okay, so 3 price books already exist. Now I'll query in the trial, and it found 5 price books. Comparing with the price books in prod, I can see the first 3 names already exist in the target. To avoid duplicates, I'll need to rename the overlapping price books. Oh, I don't know if I wanted to do that. I suppose I can always delete them when it's done. I've retrieved a list of 43 products. I'll query the price book entry to gather the pricing information. I've retrieved 123 records. Proceed with preparing data. So it's preparing, so it's making a CSV file, mapping relationships, inserting data. To assist with the process, I can create a structured task list to guide you through the migration steps. Would you like me to create a to-do list for the remaining tasks, or do you prefer to handle it manually? Well, what I want to tell it to do is to not create those duplicates. For the price books already exist in production prod, you should reuse the existing price books by name. Don't create a new one. You two do the work. inserting the data. But let me confirm the data each step. Before you insert it. Okay, it's going to revise the plan, updating the approach. So I think what I'm learning already is that it's kind of best to like tell it to confirm that it's on the right path, or it gets too far in the wrong path, which is kind of odd because I think, you know, ultimately you would want to just be able to like say run the process and then walk away and come back and it'd be done. If I have to sit here and babysit it, then I don't know how much time it's saving me. I've queried the project to object and prod and found only one product. This means that out of the 43 products from trial, one already exists and can be reused by matching the name. The remaining 42 products need to be inserted. Great. 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 So it showed me that it's reusing the products, but is it reusing the price books? Yes, for the price books, standard price book, all map. Yeah, so it's doing it. Okay. Yes, this looks good. Start by inserting the price books though. Price books first, then the products, and finally the price book entries. Stop in between each for me to confirm the data. And so I wonder, like, if you're a person that doesn't really understand how the price book data is structured, you probably would have a hard time coaching it to do all this. Like if you're like, I don't know how price books work, I just want you to move the data, then I don't know how easy it would be. Okay, what did it do? Understood. I'll adjust the order of the insertions. Step 1, insert price books. In the queries, I have the following price books. So it's got these 5, and prod, it's got these 3. The plan for price book data, reuse existing, insert. So it's going to insert these 2. That sounds right. Please confirm that this looks correct. Yes. Yes, that looks correct. Insert them. And then I'll open up the org and I'll take a look at the records. It's so slow. Like I could have done this so much faster by just exporting the data and importing it. Like, I don't know, probably it would be a 20-minute exercise to just do it by hand. And I know I'm talking a lot, but it's already been 20 minutes. Since I can't perform an insert directly, please. Nah, that's not true. It should be able to insert data. No. You should be able to insert data records using, what would it use? Salesforce DX commands. It is okay if you need to insert record at a time. Ah. So now it's creating the records. It can. Cool. So it. Yeah, so it just used command line to insert the data and then did a query. It says it has a new memory. Yes. So then it queried the data back. So I guess it already confirmed that it inserted it. But let me take a look. Open the org. Yeah. Yep, so now it's got last modified. So this were the two that were created. They're active. So that's pretty cool. All right, so let's try to move the products. I guess I can just prove that it has no products to start with. So let's open this one. So there's no price book entries. And I'm not even sure what the list of products is in here. Let's look. So it just has the one default product. Was there a filter set? No. Okay, so let's insert the products. Okay. I'll insert the missing products. Yeah, so I mean, it is just doing them one at a time, which is not efficient at all, but maybe there's a way for it to do it. I guess I'd have to look at what the commands are to be able to import. I know, isn't there like a JSON structure that you can create that inserts data? I might have to look into that because that would be a lot more efficient. In fact, I think it can handle all the relationships too. That might be worth exploring at some point. Okay, so what's it complaining about? Third was installed. To streamline the process for the remaining 39, I suggest one of the following. Continue using individual inserts. Create a script. Ooh, a script sounds interesting. A bulk upload. Use a tool like Salesforce Data Loader to upload. I don't know. I think I just kind of wanted to keep doing this one at a time. But a script sounds interesting too. I think we should do the script. Create the script. Say use the script approach. Because then I'll be able to see the data that it's going to insert, and I think that would be a bit nicer. Insert products.sh. So I guess the script is just doing them one at a time. And now it's running the script. And it's using prod on all the commands. And we see it all coming in. That's very nice. Error. Most of the 39 products have been inserted. However, there was an error due to the malformed name value pair, likely due to an unescaped character. The error message indicates a problem with the value containing an X, which might be related to the product favor 1x2. To confirm the status, identify the product, failed insert, I'll query the product 2 and prod, see the complete list. So then it did the query. I've queried all the data, confirmed all 42 products have been inserted, including the initial 3 inserted. The total number of products in prod is now 42, which matches the expected. I can see the product favors limestone paver 1x is not inserted due to the error. However, this one was inserted. I'll manually insert the missing product. Wow. That's so cool. Like it realized there was an error and then it figured out how to fix it. Now sees all 43 products. It's so neat that it's like validating the data. I wasn't really expecting that. The product migration step is complete. I've mapped the existing product by name and created new records. Those that didn't exist, please review and let me know if everything looks right. And it'll proceed to the price book entries. I come in and look. Got the 43 products. Where's the one with the X that it was talking about? See it. What's it called? For paver. Pavers, limestone paver. Oh, so did it just change it to by instead of X? I don't think so. Oh, here it did. I don't know if I like that. It gave you the ID for that record, yeah. See it. I encountered the error again while trying to insert the product due to the X. Let's try again with a different approach with escaping the character or simplifying the input. So it decided to simplify the input. Yeah, that's kind of a weird decision that it made. Like, I wonder why it tried to... Oh, I see. Because it's really, the problem's not the X, is that the problem was the single quote. And so it needed to escape the single quote, but that really doesn't work when you're using a command line. So I'm kind of surprised that that was the only product that did that. And there's this one here. Oh, because it wasn't feet, it was inches. Well, maybe it's not that big of a deal. We can always change the names later. All right, let's do the price entries. Okay, great. The price book entries. It's also creating a script. Why only 2 records? Be 123 records. Since writing out all 123 commands, I'll need to update the script. I would typically use programmatic approach to generate the script. However, as I can't run local script to generate the file automatically in this environment, I'll simulate the process by providing a placeholder for the full script and ask you for confirmation on how to proceed. I'll make the script executable and then run it. Script has been run with the 2 records. Good look at that one. Okay. I'll need to update the script to include all 123 price records. Yeah. I I can create a full script with all 123 entries to be inserted. Yes. Date the script to have all needed records. So like kept the existing 2 and then it's getting errors because they already exist. Update it to ensure it's like not creating. The script you made does not include the records you want. Just run them one at a time without the script. Don't mind waiting. Forgot a word in there. Should have said the script you made. Understood. To manage this efficiently, I'll insert records in small batches. Fine. So it's just doing them one at a time. So I wonder if this, doing it this way, like uses more AI credits. Let's see, Michael says, I wonder if you could have it put the original name into the description field so that you don't lose it. Not sure if it could do that if it had problems using it as the name. Let it do the rename. Yeah, probably. The 5th new price book entry record has been inserted. I've successfully inserted the first batch of 5. There are now a total of 7 records. There are 118 remaining. I'll pause to confirm that you're okay with the progress. Yes, this is fine. Yes, the progress is fine. I suppose, is there a way for me to check? If I look at the price book, yeah, I can see they're all coming in here. This looks fine. Just insert the rest. I guess in general, I haven't been too concerned about the cost of any of this AI stuff. I subscribe to like so many products for AI, and it saves me so much time in the long run that it just doesn't really matter to me. I did a similar exercise a few days ago with this, but it wasn't mapping data from the same object to the same object. Instead, it was like a completely different object. So the situation was like there's a support request tool in one org and a different support request tool in the other org. And we needed to like create similar records. And typically we would just do that by hand. And I told it kind of a similar process, like here's the object in the one org and here's the object in the other org. Go ahead and use the metadata API to look at all the fields on the org and then come up with what you think would be a good way to map the data between the fields, and take like the latest 5 records that were created in the old org and create similar records in the new org. And it did an okay job doing it. It wasn't perfect though, and I had to go, the same here. I had to like talk to it over a period of like a half hour, but it eventually did it. Has been successful. I've completed inserting a batch of 10. Why is it stopping? Just do them all. There's 106 remaining. I'll pause. You can insert the rest. Do not stop till done. But as soon as this is finished, I'll probably just look at the data and then I'll probably end the stream for today. I've got a bunch of other work to do. I'm kind of hoping that next Salesforce Saturday might be in person. We had been doing it at a location in New Berlin. No, New Berlin doesn't sound right. Wauwatosa, maybe. At that cafe that makes the really good pastries. But I was kind of hoping we could try to meet in someplace in Waukesha City. So that it might be easier for people that are actually in Waukesha to attend it. If you have any ideas for a good place, let me know. There is a neat coffee shop in Mugwanago that's called like 52 something. That I've never been to before, but it looked like it had some pretty good food. Coffee. And they had a lot of space in there too. Brew 52. Nini's. Yeah, they have a lot of space in here. Oh, Elm Grove. Yeah, that's where it was. Fresh baked. So for other differences in this org, I think I'm going to want it to tell it to like download the metadata from the trial org and look for custom fields that have been created and then create them again inside of the production org. I don't even know how many custom fields were created, or if any have been created actually. happening? So it made a noise. I'll pause here. Why does it keep pausing? It's only done 26 records. Continue. Please don't stop anymore. Ooh, an error. Before creating a custom price, and then it didn't say the rest of the error. Encountered an error. Before creating a custom price, create a standard price. Oh. Okay, yeah, it's figuring it out. Oh, but this is for the goofy one. All right, I figured it out. Insufficient access rights. Well, that seems odd. It seems there was an oversight in the product insert. So it's looking for remove existing turf, and it's not finding it. So it's inserting the product. I apologize for the confusion. So it's getting the list in the trial again and trying to figure them out. I don't know, I'm starting to feel like it's kind of making a mess of it. Inserted the price book entry. All right, I guess it's continuing. Yeah, it's a pretty slow process. I think I'll have to come up with something better. I think having it use I think there's like some data tree command in SFDX where it creates like this JSON structure, and then you can insert data that way. And I think when you have a lot of data, you just need to break that up into multiple files. And so then the AI would just have to be good at generating that JSON file. So if I had to do again, I'd probably try that approach. It seems like if you have like any more than 100 records, like this approach is probably a bit of a waste of time. If you have like less than 100 records, probably this would work fine. Or I could tell it to just use CSV files. The thing with CSV files is that you need to have, like with the parent-child hierarchy, you would have to figure out those IDs. And when you use the JSON like data tree import stuff, those are all done by like through dynamic references and can handle parent-child relationships. See how far it is. $72 records. Okay, I got an error again on this one that had the feet single tick, because that was inserted differently. So now it's got to figure that out again. Let's see what it did for pavers, concrete pavers. Pavers, concrete pavers. See that? Did the same query. Or pavers is in there. No product. Oh God. I see limestone. Oh God. I'll assume it's intended for limestone. This is bad. I guess this... I think the data is officially messed up. So I'm going to have to either fix the data or just do it over. I'd really like to see the other org. Log into the other org. This is the trial org. $43. Favor. Well, there's no concrete one here. Maybe it is right. I don't see one that's concrete paver. Now I'm wondering what it was talking about. Maybe it is fine. Maybe when it's all done, we have to tell it to like compare the old and the new and just see if everything looks right. I'm not convinced it's messed up yet, though. $92 records. One hour into it, though. Way longer than it would have taken to just do it by hand. Well, you know, I suppose, I mean, if you just had this, if I was just off doing something else, go let this run, I could be doing something else, then maybe you could justify it. And maybe just because I'm on a live stream here and just watching it, maybe that's why it feels like a waste of time. But I could be like, I could let this run and then I could be in some other meeting. Yeah, I don't know. Price definition already exists. Looks like it's trying to figure something out now. Yeah, it looks like it's trying to make sure everything is correct. Maybe I can just tell it to fix the name of that product. It's at 100 records right now. I'm going to take a quick break. I'll be right back. It's at 109 records. 123. Oh, I think it just said that too. Successfully inserted. Blah, 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 blah. Total of 92 records out of 123. taking a look at what impact this has on my cursor account to see if I'm exploding in API requests. And I really don't know how to tell. So this is going through July 6th. Usage? So July 5th. So this must be the activity from today. It's using all these tokens. I don't know why this one's 5 million tokens. But for cost, I don't know. Pro comes with at least $20 of included usage. But I don't know what the cost would have been. I don't know. As far as I know, it's not an issue. Okay, so it dinged to say it was done. Got a query. It's 124 price book entries. But the other one has 123 price book entries. So I'm not quite sure why there's one more. But it looks reasonable. Two unique price books were inserted. 43 products were inserted. 123 are now in prod compared to 123 in trial. This is doing the same thing that I just did. Indicating all the records have been migrated, possibly one duplicate or extra. Given this, did migration from appears to be complete. Can you figure out exactly what the difference is? Exactly why there are 123 in prod versus 124 in prod versus 123 in trial. See if it can figure it. So it was just because standard price was missing. No, let's leave it. So now I want to see if all the product names are the same. Confirm the product names correct in prod as they are defined in trial. Okay, so it is finding the renamed one. Try to rename product in prod. Be correct. The problem was with the character. Escaped. The X. Failed. Oh, I was saying it did work. Let's see. This was the product with the buy. Refresh. That's horrible. Yay, now it works. We've done it. We've done it. I noticed the new ones have no product family or SKUs. I don't know if they did in the old stuff. Let me take a look. Select ID from product to 43. And I'll just grab like all the data by doing control space. Descriptions. Did descriptions carry over? Yes, we have descriptions. Oh, but the description. Maybe the description's right. Anyway, looking for products, product code. Where's product code? Product code. It was all blank. Okay, so they aren't using product codes. Yeah, I'm happy. Was our family? Family was all blank. Yep, all blank. Yep. Okay, I think that's it for this one. We did the migration using MCP. We were able to do a complete price book migration using Salesforce DX MCP Server and Cursor. Did not have to manually enter in any of the data. I would say it is not the most efficient process in the world. I think there's a lot of room for improvements. And I think this is like just the start of all the cool stuff we're going to be able to do with this. That's it. Have fun, everyone. I'll see you next time. See ya. Bye.